Hi everyone and welcome back to our second game of Gautz versus Darrick. Again we have Gautz on the right hand side playing in red as the 5th Panzers, and on the other side we have Darrick S in blue playing also as the 5th Panzer. So this is a 5th Panzer going head to head. Now straight away we can see a little bit of a shift from the last game perhaps. I'm seeing a few more units at the top here for Darrick S. Now last time he didn't go for that initial rush on Alpha, but it looks like this time he is. Still sending quite a number of forces to the centre, and down here, a smattering of units to Foxtrot. Now, will Gautz push into Foxtrot? He's still sending quite a bit to the middle. He doesn't have a lot at the top here. In fact, it is just one squad of recon. Darrick S is going to smash straight into Alpha. However, I think Darrick will have a bigger struggle this time taking Delta, as there's going to be a lot more at this side. Tornado IWS MW1 coming in, I assume, for these Jaeger up here. Let's zoom in on that. There it goes. Yeah, really nice strike. Only the one squad kill, but there was only the one squad there. Quick and effective. As far as everything else goes, got the Foxtrot down there. Still empty. No sign of Gautz wanting to push that. He has bought command vehicles early. Now that's an interesting start to the game. MW1 coming in there. Wow. Did anyone... Wow. That MW1 launched its bombs over here and shot off into the stratosphere. It wouldn't have even got near any air defences. Remind me to send that time clip to the strike team and Eugen, because that's ridiculous. It was like miles in the air and then just took off into the stratosphere again. That's supposed to have been fixed, I'm sure. I can't believe that struck the targets in the middle. And he did it. It was a good strike. He's done damage with it, but yeah, that jet shouldn't do that. So, Alpha, firmly in Darrick's control. Obviously, there was very little resistance there. The centre is where the big fighting is going to be this game, clearly. It's the only thing, I do like zooming in this game, because it is nice to look at, but when all the units are in the buildings, you just can't see anything. Those guys are pretty nice, though. There's a lot of detail on these vehicles. Right now, much like last game, the big fight is in the centre. Points just ticking up for Gautz. I'm not seeing any command vehicles coming in at all for Darrick. He's obviously more interested in getting control. Cluster coming in there, at least actually flying over the target area. Didn't quite get a hit on that. Has done it a little bit damage, I think, but didn't get the kill. Lots of Pioneers coming in now at the top here. Pioneer Flam specifically. All those Milans a little bit too far away to be doing the damage. The guys are already out of the vehicles. Now, Darrick S's troops are kind of spread all over the place, and I honestly think that Gautz has the advantage in that point. There are more reinforcements coming in, but I think it's going to be too little too late. Plane just got shot down there. I didn't quite catch whose it was, but it is very dead. Jeopard and there's a Jeopard at both sides, so it could have been either players. Tornado IDS MW1 coming in there has struck the top. Don't think it got any kills, but realistically, I mean, there's these Pioneers here for Darrick, but they need to be closer to the enemy to be doing damage with those satchel charges. Has he just moved those in range? I don't think he has. Unfortunate position for Darrick there in Alpha. He's going to lose a lot of those troops, I think. More reinforcements coming in, and Gautz going straight for a command vehicle in the centre. Pushing those points is not a bad strategy, especially when at the moment Darrick S hadn't bought any commands, and there is the first command. I knew it had to happen sooner or later. So I assume one of them will go to Hotel, one here, which will be going to either Foxtrot or Juliet. Now what Darrick needs to be careful about is the potential counterattack coming to Foxtrot at some point. No units actually there for that push yet, but you've got to admit that Gautz has got to be thinking, I could possibly push Foxtrot if Darrick has so many units up here. Look at all of these units that Darrick has redeployed from... They were obviously going to the centre, I think, and he's manoeuvring them up here now. I think Darrick is going to hang on to this point by the skin of his teeth. But at the same time, those points are ticking up rapidly for Gautz. Any more command vehicles coming in? Still just the 2. That's 4 points. It will still be +3 to Gautz when that happens. Unless he can kill the command vehicle in the centre. Sat at this back corner, a rather obvious place. But there's not really anywhere else he can safely put it at the moment. Loads of reinforcements coming in for the centre. Darrick has dropped off Pioneers there. He's got Fux Milan coming back around here, I assume wanting to try and kill this command, but it's in a reasonably defended position. It's more in the centre. Darrick will have to go through multiple troops to kill it. Now he knows there's something here because he's unloaded his troops there. There is a command coming in. Of course he knows because he's killed a command here. That was the other command, obviously. Darrick is in firm control at that top point. Control of Foxtrot, but, you know, with a single unit. And the centre is sort of a mixed bag. I think Darrick controls half of it, but he's not got the forces to push it. So right now, the points are Gautz's. Down to +1 for Gautz now, because he lost that CV here. Leopard being brought back there to kill this TPZ Fox. HE Bomber coming in to kill those guys. Very effective. Darrick has expended a lot of forces to secure Alpha. And I mean, he's pushing that line really far forward. It's not a bad idea in that you can't, you know, then push into the town with infantry. However, these units are much more at risk. They're much more spread out. They can be picked off one by one easier. They are much more susceptible to bombers, tanks, things like that can get them at range. And Darrick is expending a lot of resources. I mean, he's bringing in a commander now, which is great, but right now he is 3 points behind still in terms of gains. And overall that's 1,000 basically. And it's still ticking up. Darrick needs to make a move here. He's about to be +1 again for Gautz due to capping that. He really needs to cap this. He is going to, but he also needs to reinforce that. He does seem to be bringing in forces there, but whether they're going to Foxtrot or to the centre is up for debate. Gautz being a little bit more aggressive in the centre, trying to push forward a bit. Darrick just kind of slowly pushing through. Leopard 1A5 better than a 1A1A1, obviously. But Darrick has a lot more. I heard a jet. It dropped there. Did the jet die? Or did it drop from like a million miles away again? Again, that IDS cluster MW1 seemed to drop its payload from miles away. Cluster strike coming in there. Done some serious damage. Cluster strike coming in from that side. This is a mass bomber spam from both players now. Constant stream. There's another one, an MW1. Is that? It's still got its bomblets. Wow, that thing drops 4,700 bomblets. I've never actually looked at the number before. That's crazy. What is it just flying around for? That's bizarre. It has dropped its payload now. I'm surprised that got around so much without getting destroyed. +1 currently to Darrick, because he capped this point. But really he needs to decap or cap the centre. HE bomber in now. Oh, beautiful strike from Gautz there. Beautiful strike. I wonder when that was going to come. Cluster to hit the command vehicle at the back. I knew sooner or later that was going to hit. Loads of defences in Charlie. Look at all of those units. He's going to move those out towards the centre, I'm sure. Few units for defence in Foxtrot. Nothing too exciting. There's some Jaeger Aufkuhl down here, which will be trying to get eyes on that command. +4 to Darrick. You know, this could go either way still at this stage. My only concern for Darrick is that he has expended a lot of resources up here. That's a lot of troops, that's a lot of vehicles, that's a lot of everything. And if you zoom out on the map, forces are clustered here for Darrick, here for Gautz, smattering for both at the bottom. Yes, Darrick is in firm control of here, but the expense that he's put up, or the expenditure put into all of this up here, means that he's got a lot less in the centre than he could have had. So it's going to be easy for Gautz to realistically push through the centre if he needs to, and realises he can. Another command vehicle coming in, which will be going to the centre. Moreover, I mean, Gautz could push Foxtrot with not too many units. I mean, he wouldn't be able to necessarily control the entirety of Foxtrot, but he could certainly get enough forces in to control half of it and neutralise the point. Jaeger Aufkuhl there. Can they see that command vehicle? Potentially. Unlikely, though. Let's have a look. I don't do this often. The game is ongoing, but I'm just going to switch to Darrick. He cannot see it. He cannot see it. Forces round the back of this point for Darrick now. He sent quite a few vehicles there. Those Jaeger will make reasonably short work of them, though. He's also got a Marder Milan there, which is going to wreck most of these vehicles. Unless they get a lucky shot. 2 vehicles lost to that Milan. Or the Marder, I should say. Gautz is paying attention now. He's running his command vehicle around, trying to keep it out of the way. +4 still to Darrick at the moment. But another command is about to hit the centre, which will drop that to +1. And I don't think Darrick can really take this out. Defended enough now by Gautz. Here we go. Command vehicle. And several squads of infantry. Some tanks at the back. I think Gautz might make a push on Foxtrot. Because he's already got a command in the centre point now. Needs to be careful pushing out those tanks as there are Milans there. Oh. It was a nice hit. Is he going for Foxtrot? He is. Oh, don't leave the command vehicle out front though. It's currently leading the charge. I'm hoping that's going to peel off into this forest or something. Yeah, it is. Good. It is. It is. I panicked slightly there for him. Neutralizing this point, obviously, back in Gautz's favour. Seed plane coming in there for Darrick. Possible that one of those Jeopards was off, but the other one was on. Seaplane got out alive. I'm waiting to see what happens here. All those Jaeger just sat out in the open. That's very risky. I mean, if Darrick was paying attention, he must be able to see them, I assume. Because he's going to have a line of sight from the Panzer Grenadiers. That Marder would be ripping those things to shreds. MW1 coming in. This could be devastating if he catches them. Oh, beautiful strike. Absolutely beautiful. Right with those ones. Killed all the rest. Killed the transport vehicles. The Fuchs is alive. He's going to send that Fuchs straight in, directly into the Panzer Grenadiers. I think he was hoping there was nothing there. Loads of Panzer Grenadiers coming around the back there. Still +1 to Darrick here. Cluster bomber coming in. Where is it going? Oh, he's finally seen where the command vehicle is. Beautiful strike. Beautiful strike. +3 to Darrick. Center. Big fight going on right now. Lots of fire support from those tanks coming in against Darrick's troops, though he will kill all of our infantry. More reinforcements coming in from the bottom. Tornado cluster coming in and an MW1. That MW1 is going to be devastating potentially. Oh, beautiful strike. Clusters killed something at the back there. A tank, very nicely done. That looked like an expensive tank. I didn't see what it was, but it looked expensive. That was a beautiful MW1 strike, though, by Gautz. Good tank support here with the M48s coming in against the units here. Good recon use. Recon from Darrick's side, not quite so much there. I think that Gautz can push in here. I mean, he lost his command vehicle, but he can bring another one in. But he's going to have to buy another 2. Command tank coming in now, +3 to Darrick. This is quite an interesting game. Here we go. Gautz playing Darrick at his own game. Darrick not with the defensive units that he needs to protect this CV in Juliet. Leo 2A3 coming in at the top there. I'm pretty sure that's what he lost in the middle. But these guys are going to make short work of that command vehicle. Surely Darrick knew that was coming sooner or later with the amount of times he's tried it on Gautz. It's a perfectly reasonable and fair tactic to go after enemy CVs in points behind the lines. You've got to protect them. And Gautz is doing just that. Unfortunately, you know, not enough air defense in certain places, but it's an expenditure. And you've got to weigh up the cost of that versus having points elsewhere. Center of the map. Loads of units for Darrick there. Will easily wipe these Jaeger out, but I'm just waiting for the MW1 to come in to kill them, to be honest. Panzer Grenadiers try to get around the back there to kill the CV. HE bomber coming in for those infantry. Darrick is running. Very good dodge. Juliet taken by Gautz, or should I say neutralized. +1 again to Gautz. He has command vehicles in all the points he needs to. Really, really good fight being put up by Gautz here. Look at that fire support, absolutely beautiful. Really good use of tanks for fire support. Really good use. Doesn't want to be getting those too close, though. I mean, those Panzer Force are devastatingly good at taking out tanks. Remind myself of the AP power 14. It's more than enough to do some serious damage to tanks. Especially when you've got a couple of shots going off in quick succession. Darrick with still a significant cluster of forces here. 4 units here. Squad around the back, a couple of squads here, Panzer Grenadiers here, and very little in the middle. I mean, right now, in terms of forces on the field, I think Gautz has the advantage in terms of placement. But the fact that Darrick has such good control up here is definitely in his favour. But he's just not holding the centre. Both players using bombers really effectively in this game. Though I think for right now, Gautz has the bigger advantage in terms of managing to slaughter the infantry of Darrick. I mean, he's been doing a really good job at getting some very lucky strikes with those MW1s, and Darrick S just not being in the right position at all. Units clustered together, not spread out enough. And you know, a lot of the time, some of these bombing runs have been going in blind, and that's why I say they're lucky. Because you're going in blind with a load of units in a forest, and sometimes you just catch them all. So, credit to Gautz, he's doing a really good job there. Still +1 to Gautz. Command infantry here for Darrick. He would love to move those into this point, but obviously there are still enemy units there. Gautz making another push for Foxtrot. And Darrick doesn't have anything there. He's going to easily push into it, though those Jaeger have killed the command vehicle. That command tank is dead. I cannot believe the Jaeger Aufkul got in there. It seemed to have so many units around it. Credit to Darrick and those Jaeger Aufkul. Very impressed. Leo 203 coming in now. Command. I think that was just a Leo 105 command that got destroyed. But, wow. +4 to Darrick. This is going to the wire. I'm genuinely really impressed by this game. Really good back and forth between these two. Still, I'm very concerned about the amount that Darrick spent on securing this area early on in the game. Because it has meant that he's been on the back foot ever since in the centre, and he has absolutely nothing in Foxtrot. I don't know if he's running out of forces to bring in. I mean, I think he's certainly lost more than Gautz. He's managed to recap Juliet. He does have the Jaeger Aufkul there. He is against a Jaeger squad and an enemy Jaeger Aufkul. Bombing run there from an MW1. I mean, this point is lost though. There's the other Leopard 105 command tank. That's going to come in here. He's going to neutralize the point. In the meantime of all this, there has been another bombing run by the looks of it that has killed the command vehicle in the center again. So Darrick ticking up at +4. This is just a how many CVs can we kill game. Not something we've seen a lot in the tournaments. It's been in the odd game where you've got strike teams going around the back to kill stuff. MW1 coming in to kill that commander. Lack of air defense at this side. Beautiful strike. Beautiful strike. Back to +2 for Darrick. This could still go either way. If Darrick can hold. But I actually think that Gautz might win this one. Purely because of the positioning on the map. Darrick has loads of forces here, which he is now having to pull away to attack other points. While in the meantime, Gautz has pretty much control of the center, though he is up against a load of tanks at the minute, which aren't supported by infantry, so they're at risk. He's got a control of Foxtrot now. And he's got control of his back point realistically. Even though there are units moving in, he has a reasonable amount of defense units there. Darrick is having to now expend stuff to Juliet to cover for that. Cluster coming in has taken out that other... Oh, it's a HE bomber. HE bomber killed the Leo 2A3. Wow. And the HE bomber coming in, going for those tanks as well. Oh, Darrick reversed into it. He lost another tank. He is calling in his own command tank for the corner there now. Desperation setting in, I think, for Darrick. He knows he needs the points. I think that was one of Darrick's jets being taken out. Wow. Darrick is back in control of this point. Has lost his command that was in Foxtrot. Gautz bringing up his own command tanks slowly. Couple more air defense units heading for the center. Back to +1 for Gautz. I think in terms of forces on the field, it is Gautz that is ahead right now. I mean, all that Darrick has in the center is this one Leopard 2A3 still. And that's going to get killed by those Jaeger if it gets too close. Pioneers, not so much of a threat. They only have the satchel charges. Up here, Darrick is pushing in all these forces because he needs to kill some CVs. This is a real rush at the end to try and kill CVs for both players. Only a smattering of defensive units here now for Darrick. Could be the time Gautz could push back into Alpha as well if he has the numbers. I mean, he's certainly still managing to bring in a lot of stuff down here. Those Jaeger still holding off the onslaught. MW1 coming in to provide some fire support. Darrick running those units away, but they're dead. Jaegers will have the advantage over those Panzer Grenadiers now. Panzer Grenadiers coming around here, but that tank's dead. Over here, Jaeger Aufkol have managed to outrange kill the CV that was in Juliet. Gautz now got that command vehicle in here and is currently +5. How tight this was on points, how much both players have had to kill command vehicles at the rear. Never attempted to go for hotel though, Gautz. Could have done, there was nothing there. And in fact, probably could have swung something potentially around the back of Alpha as well. Loads more infantry coming in to try and help defend here. Lots more heading towards the center. I mean, let's be realistic here. I think Gautz has got this because he has so many more units on the field. Even if Darrick played extremely carefully with the units he has access to, he's outnumbered at least 3-1. Panzer Grenadiers being dropped off here. I mean, he could rush those across here and hope to catch that CV. But it's still +5 to Gautz right now. If Darrick doesn't do something, this game is going to Gautz. The other question is right now, does Darrick have any more command vehicles? He's lost a lot this game. Gautz has also lost a lot this game. Neither player can have that many left to call in, surely. Perhaps some command infantry? Because I haven't seen a lot of command infantry. But wow. A BO-105 Power 1 with the Hot 1 coming in to try and kill that command has been taken out by the seed plane. Good effort, and that's the surrender. I think that was a surrender from Darrick. I need to double check when I check the video over, but I think that was a surrender. I don't think Gautz had quite hit the points, but he was getting that way. And yeah, look at the kills to losses here. I mean, over 2,000 ahead to Gautz. That was a really good game from both players. Obviously, Darrick expending a lot of resources at that top point at the start meant that there were less resources going into the other points, which I think towards the end there he regretted because he was having to pull a lot of those forces back out and send them elsewhere. Very well played by Gautz. Really good bombing runs by both players. Really, really good games, guys. Really enjoyed that second one. Kept me on the edge of my seat for a lot of it. Let's just have a quick look at what got the kills. Loads of kills for the tornadoes. Reasonable amount of kills for the tanks and stuff. Lots of good fire support from the M48s. And at the other side, MW1's getting the kills. Not quite so many tank kills. Panzer Grenadiers doing a good job. And the Leopard 2A3, as always, doing a pretty good job. And again, Panzer Grenadiers. Really good game, guys. A reminder for everyone that this coming weekend, the 14th and the 15th, there is a charity tournament on the 14th for SD2 and on Sunday the 15th for WARNO. Please come along and join in for that. It's being run by SD League. I'll be streaming some stuff, they'll be streaming some stuff. I'm sure I will even try and get involved in a game of SD2, although I probably won't play in the tournament since I have no idea what I'm doing in that game, but if there's some fun 10v10s going on, I'll certainly hop in for that. Please tune in for the WARNO segment on Sunday. I'll be streaming, SD League will be streaming, I'll be joining SD League on their stream at some point, and we'll all be playing together. And we'll be playing against the devs. 4 UGen devs have very kindly given up their free time to come along, support a great cause that is Action Against Hunger. So please come along and join in that. If you can donate, please do. But either way, please come along, watch, join in, chat, get more interest, bring people along, sign up to the tournament if it's not already full, join in for that as well. As always, please check out Darrick S on YouTube, and also Gautz has let me know that he does stream on Twitch, so I'll leave a link to both of those guys below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon for some more WARNO.